There we are. Still on true internet.
Still on true internet. As we are live from New York. It's Friday afternoon.
I mean, if you're going to tell the lie about us being in New York, you might as well have said Saturday night.
That's true. Live from the Mid-Atlantic. It's Friday afternoon. Finishing putting tweets out there. Sorry for the delay. It is back to school time, so still trying to figure out my timing getting home from work and when be able to pull this off. I thought I could get here in time for what our usual was, but
we may have to re-examine our streaming schedule.
Yeah.
Because getting like 90 minutes twice a week is not going to get Final Fantasy 14 finished.
No. Doing TV. Start. Patch 5.0. Now the real question is, why is my game not booting up? These are the questions I'm having.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah. This 5-year mission. Get Jordan into the game he's supposed to be playing. So, Bob, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I think the new Star Trek Online event might be the laziest event I've ever seen them do.
Oh yeah,
you know how like the event
Invictus just started, didn't it?
Yeah. So, you know how, like, what they'll usually do is they'll do, like, a bunch of previously released, fleet operations or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll, like, add a new one, or there'll be a new episode, or there'll be a new, like, ground patrol or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, from what I can tell, the Voth Invictus is two previously existing why have I forgotten what they're called in STO?
Operations, task force operations.
TFOs, that's it. TFOs. And the ground option is go do a thing on the Voth Battlesphere. Not complete an entire cycle of the Voth Battlesphere. Go complete one area of the Voth Battlesphere.
Interesting.
So you just run out of the command center, you do the closest thing, and then you're done for the day.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yeah. Like, you can just literally run out, tag a single mob, have someone else do all the work, or just run out when, like, the boss of the area has spawned, hit it a couple of times and get credit. You don't even need to have done the whole thing.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's I mean, don't get me wrong. I like that it's easy, but all right, bruv, let's get you in here. We're fucking burning time at this point.
Yep, I'm coming. Players in queue, 9.
So, for those of you that were with us last time, we completed the Ivalice raids.
Indeed.
That hey, Frary. You just missed me talking about the STO event that's currently on and how it feels incredibly lazy. We completed the Ivalice raids that did the exact opposite of what I would hope they would do. Because we did the Ivalice raids because I was like, okay, what's the story of how many Vieira? Oh, you got distracted and forgot to say hi. Okay. How many Vieira are in Final Fantasy 14 now? And what it actually did is underline the fact that Vieira shouldn't be in Final Fantasy 14 because it's very rare for them to leave the jungle. So did the exact opposite of what we asked them to do.
Yeah. But it did give us a little tease into that potentially Garleans, question mark, come from that same, originate from that same time and space nearest there.
I think it's more that the Clockwork City of Goog was famed for its Magitech, and Garleans in 14 use Magitech. Right. All right, I'm over here by the building that we've got to go see Awful Nerd in.
All right, and I am on my way. Shoop. Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of. It was kind of a letdown, anticlimactic, and a letdown of. Here we were hoping to get a little something about where this race of humanoids came from.
Yeah.
And,
so I was talking to Natara about it last night, and they said that Shadowbringers may actually do a better job of explaining it. So, yeah.
All right. Waiting at the destination.
It's your first time in a tavern. It's customary buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What you be having? What are you having?
Mead.
Yeah, sounds good. Fine choice. And what will you be paying with? All right, this is the one where they're like, oh, you can't stay here because these aren't actual gil.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah, we read all this already.
Yep. Where did you
Before we
come?
had to do that.
Coins like that. It comes some other arrangement.
And she wants us to go kill some stuff in like a field.
Yep. All right. I'm just going to outrun him. Oh god, I can't fly. Um, there's definitely I want to say I do recall there being a lot more lore to the Vis, which would be the first version of the Viera.
Of the Viera, yeah.
When we get to their zone. Alright. Knock on the barred door.
Oh, that's what I meant to do. Hold on a second. What I got?
Oh, new gear for your chocobo?
Yeah. I got a red mace set.
Oh, dope. It's got a fancy.
I found it in a log. I found it in a log box on Eureka.
Fancy.
Yeah.
It's got a fancy hat to go with it, or not?
No, that is, from what I can tell, the. There isn't there. Oh, there we go. Very fancy hat.
That is actually kind of cool. I like that. Knocking on the barred door.
No response. Maybe you need to knock louder. Knock a little louder, honey. Perhaps the occupant is hard of hearing. You want me to cast Giga Flare on the door? Because I'll do it.
Just kick the door in.
Hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. Farry didn't even realize there was pre-Shadowbringer stuff to explain them, but the Shadowbringer stuff did explain it at least. But that's the thing, is there wasn't pre-Shadowbringer stuff to explain them. There was pre-Shadowbringer stuff that should have explained them, but didn't.
Yeah. Like we got some little bit of Aura lore with Stormblood.
I mean, let's be honest, we got more fucking aura lore than we fucking needed.
Yeah, that's true.
Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? Yeah, about that, my dude. Gone? Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town. Outside Umore. You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? There I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dearie. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. Fuck off, orphan. I'd hate you. Don't be nice to him.
Hmm. You can barely see over the top of the bar. You're going to trust him to tend the bar?
Can we reword that second one to "We hoped we lost you"? Oh, so which one? What we saying? First one?
Yeah, I think the first one. That we were more worried about what had happened to him.
All right. Well, see, the Empire's massing for war.
Swords is doing something. Nope.
Is that the Tomestones gear you've got on, or is that actual Paladin gear?
Tomestones.
Okay, thought so.
I haven't glammed over it. I haven't glammed back over it. All right, Alpha New.
Open arms, closed gate. Awful Nerd is ready to take to the road once more.
Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be just lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Mulemore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west, then cross a small bridge.
We're finally 6 quests into Shadowbringers after being... Because we took 2 weeks to do the fucking Ivalice shit.
Mustache.
Oh, that's... So have you ever done anything on Eureka?
I've done a little bit, yes.
Alright, so you know how you've got to, like, farm stuff to make certain mobs appear and whatever, right? I flat out refuse to fight the Gobus.
Oh.
Because I will not hurt Gobu friend.
Coluzia seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar. I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same.
Yes, because it's a re-fucking decorated area of Limsa Laminza.
To think that whatever calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence.
No, get away from me!
Over there!
Sounds like our cue.
Quickly, someone's in trouble.
It sounds like our cue. Or this is about to be a trap. One or the other.
We're smarter than this.
Apparently not. Manic Madam.
Oh, thank the fates. Look out!
Up you get, lady. Your poor heart. Thank you, young miss.
Ah, there you are. In my haste I lost my bearings, but I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you alright, madam?
Just a few breezes from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me just before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet were not as swift as they once were. I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. Probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Yulmore with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would be welcome to an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here.
One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier.
There's an etherite just over there. Thank you again. You saved my life. I'm sure a strapping adventurer like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. Not to be had here but cobwebs and memories.
"'Tis as the lady says, many in these parts abandon their homes to live in Yulmo's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, have you been told of these monsters?" A brief history, then. It was not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sin Eaters first appeared, some beastly, some beauteous. Yet regardless of their form, all seem incapable of speech, and all are driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal ether. They are predators, and we are their prey. Kalusia suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of the Sin Eater's victims grows longer by the day, a tragedy without end. Still, we have won a small victory this time, at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to the road where the road forks and follow the path that leads west.
What level are you? 73? No, we're not. We won't cut across. Can we cut across?
Yeah, we can cut across, because I can just outrun. I'll just outrun
All
stuff.
right, go on then. Lead on.
Still a stellar view. Nice from the top part, though.
I only need to show you one, the point of my sword. What level's your culinary skill at?
1.
Is hedonism bot in there? Hey, Jordan.
What's up?
Can we move to Plan B
Plan B being.
and burn this city to the fucking ground?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
We've been spotted. Those two very much remind me of Zord and Thorn from Final Fantasy IX.
Natara.
Just go in there and execute each of them in order. Oh yeah, it's absolutely on purpose of Zord and Thorn. Even the rhyming in their dialogue is Zord and Thorn.
Alright, Alpha now. Ooh, sorry, I thought I had a burp there. Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come with naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came to power. Yet from what I've seen, it does no more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I've tried to propose ways we can improve their lot, but my words fall invariably on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that, well, mayhap you should take a turn around Gate Town and judge the situation for yourself.
So this is a place where Final Fantasy XIV's blue dotted line problem works to its advantage, right? Because if this was like, wow, you just go get flying and fly in and circumvent all of the fucking problems.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the dude that was. I see this, are you, right?
Yeah.
Still here, are you? Can't blame you for wanting a slice of Wilmore's pie. You ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make an home for yourself here. Gate Town's not much to look at, aye, but at least it's safe, and the meal was the best thing I've ever tasted. Now, how long before you find out they're putting shit in the meal? Well, that's what I'm saying, is in this game you can't do that. In WoW, you could just fly into the capital city.
The seamless maps.
Yeah. The only capital city you probably couldn't do that to was Undercity. Ironforge. No comment. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that's what the large pot bubbles over the flame, pale chunks. You realize floats in the otherwise plain broth. We should bring Nanamo here. She'd love it. You know how she likes monitorists, right?
Yep.
Preoccupied petticoat. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the life that waits for me inside those walls. Oh, they ever pick me? It's just limbs of Laminza with some balloons on it. Like that bit over there is pure limbs of Laminza. Is it Noeska? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Natar. People who would want to burn Yulmore to the ground.
I think we're going to find a lot of that. Like, this is just a section of La Noesca redressed. Like, in my... that's how like, I feel that's on purpose. That they're like, oh, this is what could have happened if Uldar went differently, or something like that.
Speaking to Alphino.
Yeah.
You've seen what Gate Town has to offer. These people can no longer fend for themselves. They become dependent on handouts of meal, and believe Yulmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive of another way of life.
That's what I mean. We should bring her here. She'd be so happy, right, Natara? It'd be the best thing we could ever do to such a great character. A fickle existence. Awful nerd wears a look of profound disapproval. Except... why do these have question marks on the end?
You disapprove of these people's way of life? You disapprove of Yulmore?
Why do these have question marks on the end? He's just told us this. These should be statements. Disapprove of these people's ways of life. You disapprove. Whichever one. Because we both know he disapproves of both things.
Yep.
Which one do you want to pick?
I want to pick Yulmore.
Yulmore, alright.
'Tis difficult to make final judgment without first seeing the city's inner workings. Mayhap it is that uncertainty which always makes me feel so ill at ease here. Not that it matters. However unjust this system seems to me, if these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Yulmore's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they're all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and untended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I'm not convinced of Yulmore's generosity that Yulmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Kaluja's people. I'm not so naive as to think that there is some miraculous solution to all of this, yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken these long-delayed steps through Yulmore's gates. 'Tis fortunate you arrived when you did. I've been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city. If all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. There's a beast tribe who makes home in the seas surrounding the island. The Ondo they are called, though you and I know them as Sahagin. For the most part, they keep themselves in their ocean grottos and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Tartu took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I duly discovered that the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular. When I offered procure such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor. Would you not agree? Surely even the most jaded Yumoran lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? Excellent. I should be glad of your company. First things first, then, we must pay a visit to Moshamoa, my supplier in right. Come, it's just to the northwest of here.
Thunder Kuka Falconbird.
The Amaro Keep. Speaking to Moshima,
Yeah.
is there
There's
some...
something I can do for you, friend.
Good day to you, Moshima. This is my associate. We are here to collect the produce I purchased.
Yeah. I loaded your lackey up with the goods not long ago.
My lackey? I know of no such person.
Mistral lad. Short blue hair? No? Did he come on your behalf? And since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed.
Confound it, someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point on the south side of town, I shall take the west. This is why all your people are getting eaten up by sin eaters.
Because you're stupid.
Yeah.
Hello, Leshy friend. Oh, you're called Wood Eyes here. Never assume. Yeah. Search the surroundings for a male Mistral with short blue hair. You may move the camera as well as zoom it. Oh, it's the target thing. You have located your quarry.
He wasn't really hiding.
No, he's just kind of out in the open.
Any sign of him?
Yes, I do believe he's over there.
You have a keen eye. Let us move in before he makes good his escape. I went the wrong way. Shit. Have at thee. Speaking to the blue-haired Mistral.
Mm-hmm. I'll voice him. Since I assume Alpha knows doing. Oh, never mind. Oh my dude, I have bad news for you.
We better hurry up and think of a new plan.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Yeah. If that means pimping you out to a Mistal couple, I'm with it. What?
Get pimping. I really wish you'd not done exactly what you did, Alpha Knight. Because I have a feeling that not everything is as luxurious in there as they say it is.
Yep.
Careful. $288 yards southwest. I can't help but notice is the direction we're heading.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, it's right there next to the person.
Oh, nice.
Speak aiding the weak and wretch.
Music is never good.
That should take care of the worst of his injuries.
See, I beg you.
Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. Poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I get a fire going.
Thought for certain I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness?
We'll settle for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin with telling us your name?
Tristar. I was invited into Yulmore to work as an artist. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them, but when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out onto the street. There's pettiness and patroness, grave sin in Lord of all three city. In days they had brought me before the man himself. He asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade and into the goddamn ocean.
From up there? How were you not dashed to pieces?
Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. Though if you hadn't found me when you did, it counted for much.
Monstrous. And the citizens condone such barbaric punishment.
Oh, without a second thought. The Lord of all three passes judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argues. Yulmore, these words law.
Talking to Alphino.
Yeah.
The more I hear about Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. But first we should try to convey Tristal to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air.
A way into the city? Boo-da-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. How'd your raid go last night, Natara? Woman Tristal. Pray accept my deepest gratitude. I owe you both my life. If you permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Yulmore. So far as I am able, at any rate. Be frank, I thought of sending my savings to that awful place made me sick to the stomach. Since it's plain you've set your minds on it, you should take this. My favourite paintbrush. The Umorian elite are never satisfied unless they get exactly what they want. If I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince people you have a talent for painting.
Are you certain? This is your livelihood. We cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession.
I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, honestly, I haven't decided, but I shan't stay long in this place. Not with that city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands and a new profession. Keep you in my prayers for now until my dying day. Head for the Crystarium, man. We'd like to see you there. Some blue quests popping up here. These... That's a quest. That's a... Right?
Yeah.
Alright. What's quest sync?
That's an excellent question.
Does it mean I will be synced down to the level of the quest? Really well. We made great progress. Good. Good. Is it all the level theirs will be synced to my current level? Okay. Right. Excuse me, but you're the lady Alpha. You're the adventurous Alpha I were traveling with, aren't you? I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch your name. Ah, how lovely to meet you. My name is Ivalice, and I'm the acting village mayor. I was hoping someone of your talents would pass through right before long. Thing is, I need to visit someone up at Stonegazer, but I'm afraid to walk the path alone. Do you think you could provide an escort?
Joy.
Thanks. I just couldn't bring myself to ask one of the villagers. You see, there was an incident a while back where a veteran band of hunters was badly mauled. Simply mentioning that it's unsafe to wander outside the village these days would be enough to bring back memories of that grisly scene. Which is why it's been so difficult to even bring up the subject. But such does not change the fact that the roads are indeed dangerous. Pray meet me on the path to the north and be prepared to fend off the wildlife. Are there any Louis quests here? What over here? This woman's name is The Noise. Hey! The Noise watches the path to the shipyard with anxious eyes.
Oh, who are you? Forgive me. It's not often we see travelers in right. What with how dangerous it is hereabouts. I even worry for my husband taking the road down to the shipyard. And he's as strong as Talos. He has been gone a good while, though. If you're headed that way, would you please let him know his wife is expecting him at home?
Any blue?
I don't see any.
Alrighty then. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do the mayor.
Mayor! Since we got that last one, we should... 461 yards to the north.
Oh dear. Eating Euless.
Did I tell you, I was barely 10 steps out of the village. Come, let's hurry along before more predators have a chance to gather. I will say I much prefer 14's version of an escort quest. Where you just run to the next point where all the mobs are going to attack.
Yeah.
Oh? Thank you for the escort. This is the gentleman I wish to speak with. You needn't go any further. Say, Luke. Wondering about yourself out here. You know what kind of creatures lurk beyond the borders of the village?
Olivia's and Clifton's little girl. Something I can do for you, lass.
Yes. Sir, I came to for an answer to my proposal from the other day. Have you given any thought to taking over as village mayor? Doing the best I can in the interim, but I've neither the age nor the wisdom to continue in the role. The rest of the villagers agree with me.
I'm fairly sure I told you nay once already. But seeing as you found a god just so you can come and talk to me, then mayhap I will consider the idea, in exchange for a few small tasks.
You will? Please, just tell me what I need to do. And by me, I mean get the adventurer to do for me.
My friend Clifton, your dear father, was looking for a sickle to cut some rope. Would you mind skipping back to the village and borrowing one for me?
By the time you get back, you'll be gone. Why would you... I mean, sickle, was it? Cutting rope? Shouldn't be too difficult. I'm carrying like 8 swords in my bag. Do you want just one of those? I'd only meant to ask you along for my one trip, but if I'm to complete these tasks, would you be willing to indulge me a while longer?
Nope.
Depends on when you're going to give me the ETH, right? The ETH current.
Good day to you, young Ivalice. You look a little flustered, dear. Is there something I can help you with?
Good day to you, madam. I was actually hoping to borrow a sickle.
Is that all? Here, you can take this one. I have several spares, so there's no rush in returning it. Doing a spot of harvesting, are you?
Thanks. It's not for me, exactly. I was asked to bring one for my father.
Your father? Shadow, save me.
Forgive me. If you're to accompany me in these tasks, you deserve to know the whole story. It was my father, Clifton, who was the former mayor of Wright. The incident I spoke of earlier was something that happened a year ago. One day, a stray sin eater came prowling around and slaughtered nearly half the village. Waking nightmare. Some of the villagers blame my father. They said it was because he refused to accept the protection of Yulmore. Sheer scale of the tragedy and the accusations that followed wore away at his conscience, till finally he could bear the guilt no longer. He hanged himself. So Luke, the old man we spoke to, was his closest friend. Considering how he worded his request, it seems he's reluctant to accept the fact of my father's death. Still, I would see this task to its end. Let's bring him this sickle, shall we? If he's not gone when we get back there. Means it will, don't worry, 14 has the other one too occasionally. Boo. Why were we supposed to help you go back and forth here? You seem perfectly fine. So, Luke, so we've brought the sickle you asked for.
Oh, good, good. Old Clifton will be glad to see this.
Thank you for staying with me, adventurers. This might be harder than I expected. Oh, okay. Why is that now a blue quest?
There must be something
It's not
that leads
offering
to.
anything.
Must lead to something. What was the quest? Talos interrupted.
Yeah. Talos, comma, interrupted.
Oh, it's going to lead to your favorite.
Swords guy?
No. Dwarfs!
Oh, okay.
It's the start of the quest chain that leads to dwarfs.
I was like, Hien?
The way that guy's looking up at the tower, I keep wanting to look up and expecting to see the dude
Hanging off it? Yeah. All right, so we need to, if we're ever gonna do that, I feel we would be doing people a disservice if we didn't unlock the dwarves.
Yep.
Right, just because of me. Is this something we're interested in doing, or do we want to continue the plot and come back to this at some point?
I think we continue the plot and come back because
Right.
the dwarf village is on the top of this cliff here. So we have to eventually unlock the cliff before we can even get up there.
Well, let's go do this other Aetheryte quest then. Ether current quest, per se. Over at the shipyard. You can't access dwarves yet.
The Vermont Yards.
Talking to the well-built worker. Something I can do for you, stranger. Beat me with a hammer. Has it been that long? I was aiming to salvage the plane from this old hull. She's given me more trouble than I've bargained for. Bit of waste of was lumber lying around. Nice call for seaworthy ships since the light ate up half the world. You understand? So I reckon it were better for a woodworker like me to put to good use. These balls, though, so tightly joined, I can't pull the bleeding things loose. Here, do me a favour and sprinkle some of this powder on the joints along the keel. I'll keep working on this end. With any luck, I can make it home before the wife stomps down here to fetch me herself. That should do the trick. Powdered fire crystal is the best thing for melting wood glue. Just pour on a little water and the steam will take care of the rest. Ought to be a one-man job now, thanks to you. Oh, if you let the noise know I'll be done with the in the hour, and then you'll have helped me out to 2 rust spots today.
He's all right then. Well, that's a relief. Wright's had his share of troubles, and a wife does worry. What? He had you help strip planks? The cheek of that man. Still, we're lucky his father taught him that trade at all, even if he uses those skills to take ships apart instead of building them. The woodworker puts food on the table, so I'm grateful to his family for keeping up their traditions. And I'm grateful to you for bringing me peace of mind. Please take this for your kindness.
I suggest we pick this up and call it there, given the time.
Yeah, sure.
Talking to awful Ned. City of Final Pleasures. Alfredo weighs the brush he received from Tristel. Deep in thought.
They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristel has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill a vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with a brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I would hope. As for you, don't mind taking on a subordinate role. Mayhap you could pose as my assistant?
Mate, you've been telling me what to do for 4 expansions now.
Then it's settled. All we need to do now is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. I think I'm going very much the wrong way. Cross-country action!
I think I'm going to get extremely tired of this combat music. Even though it's absolutely my type of music.
Made it back to Gate Town.
All right. Let's see.
All right. Well, Bob searches for a raid target. Thank you for those of you who came out today. So sorry for the short and delayed stream. We will work on a better schedule that fits my work schedule in the upcoming weeks here. Please make sure you follow us here on Twitch to know when we go live. But as Twitch does be twitching from time to time, doesn't always let you know when we're live. Please make sure you follow us on any of the 4 major microblogging platforms where we post every time we go live.
Yeah.
Twitter, we are 321 Podcast. Blue Sky, we are 321tv.bluesky.social. Threads, we are at 321_tv.live. And Mastodon, on the mastodon.social server, we are at 321_tv. If you want to catch up with what you might have missed, please check out our YouTube channel, bit.ly/321_Y_T. I cross stream over there, so I should have all the recordings up and available from about the past year. Want to support the channel? You can check out our merch shop, 321-tv-shop.fourthwall.com. We have polos, sweatpants, sweatshirts, basketball shorts, cups, and a playmat, a disc mat. If I went too fast on any and all of those links, please check out our Linktree, linktree/321_TV, with links to all of those and more about us here at 321 TV. Bob, do we have a raid target?
No. Most of the people I would send you to are either playing Silksong or the new Magic the Gathering Spider-Man set. So if we're looking for something that's not spoilery Silksong nonsense, then maybe you have someone.
Do not, except for Angie, the ace who's playing Deltarune. I don't know much about that one. If that's something.
It's the sequel to Undertale, I think. Who bloody knows?
No idea.
I've come to the I came to the realization this last week. Not a sequel, okay. I'd come to that sort of realization before, but it very much hit home this last week that I know nothing about what is coming out nowadays. Like, and you want to know what gave me that realization?
What's up?
They announced and I don't know why this came across my Facebook feed, but they announced the cast for the new seasons of Dancing with the Stars. And I realized of like the 10 people they announced, the only 2 people I knew were Andy Richter and Danelle Fisher, who played Topanga. Everyone else on there, I couldn't tell which one was the famous person or which one was the dancer. I couldn't tell 5 of them apart because they were all just skinny and blonde and good looking. I just, I like. There are so many times where people are like, "Oh, this person did this." I'm like, "What? Who?"
Who? What? When? Where? Why? What? All right. So I think we're going to throw you into the ether instead of forcing upon you any sort of spoilers to games you folks may or may not want to enjoy in the future. And let you go find a streamer you enjoy.
Yeah.
So with that being said, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and all that beyond the spectrum, in the words of the 16th President of these here United States, Abraham Lincoln, please be excellent to each other and party on non-gender specific honorifics, and we will see you
Next time.